Hello, I'm Judah,
And Zion.
and
This
this is the Amateur Film
is
Critics.
six.
So, today, oh my gosh, wow, okay. So, today, unrelated to the baby doll, we are reviewing Jaws.
Yes,
Uh,
Jaws.
oh, oh, rip the dog.
What? It's a dog.
No, not that dog specifically. You just remind me of the dog that gets eaten in Jaws.
No, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
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 Um, but we both have seen Jaws many times. First of all,
Yeah.
this is not a movie that we were going into completely blind. We've watched it multiple times. We watched it together before too.
Yes.
Uh, I
And
think it's safe to say that.
this is the first movie for the amateur film critics that I didn't have to rewatch.
Yes, Zion has seen this quite a bit, and so Zion. I'm expecting you to say every line by every character in the movie in the right
I
order.
doubt you're expecting me. I'm
In
not
fact,
going
I
to do
thought
that.
you were just going to get up and act out the entire movie for us, but no.
Women. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, I know we haven't really got it. We have
Oh,
not even got to the discussion
women.
topics, but that girl in the beginning is quite. I don't know. Oh, she was annoying to me. But I'll read first. I think I should read the
Let's
plot summary
go
to start.
swimming. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, Zion, we're barely into the.
Oh my. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna read the I'm gonna read the plot summary now.
Okay.
When a young woman is killed by a shark while skinny dipping near New England tourist town of Amity Island, Police Chief Martin Brody, played by Roy Schneider, wants to close the beaches, but Mayor Larry Vaughn overrules him, fearing that the loss of tourist revenue will cripple the town. I'm not sure how to say this word. Ichthyologist, I don't think that's right, Matt Hooper, the scientist guy, and grizzled ship captain Quint offer to help Brody capture the killer beast, and the trio engage in an epic battle of man versus nature. So that's the plot.
Yes.
You've probably heard of Jaws before. Let's be honest. Jaws is like the movie that created the summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
And then it like totally started the whole like shark genre of films, which I don't think any film after that has really lived up to Jaws. But Jaws just sort of created and did this whole brand new thing that's just, a million movies came after it.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. So that's actually the first thing I want to talk about. As far as shark movies go, we can't agree that this is like the best one, right? I know you haven't probably watched a lot of shark movies, but this is at the very top of the list. And some of like the really cool things you get about it is, and something I've seen a lot is that the reason the shark is so scary is because you barely see him.
Yeah. I don't say, hey, you really see him until that last half of the film.
Yeah, honestly, that very like final. They don't. Yeah, and it takes like almost the entire film before they even show you an entire shot of his body. And even then, I gotta say, the special effects for the shark were still pretty good.
Well, they said after they made the film that it was almost impossible to film with that arc out on the ocean because it kept like breaking down on
Oh,
them, and uh and when any boats would pass up by them, they had to like wait
Yeah.
until that boat was out of the shot to start filming again.
So that's interesting. I didn't know they filmed out in like the open ocean. I mean, I could have seen like the beaches maybe being real and all that, but I did not know they filmed out in the ocean itself.
Yeah, and the shark
Um,
breaking down is is uh why you don't see him until the very like last half of the film, you know,
yeah. Wow.
and so that's
Okay,
why.
that's really interesting actually. The next thing we have to talk about is Martin Brody. How did Zion out of all the main characters you've seen in your lifetime, how does Martin Brody rank on there? Do you think he's a good character
I
or
mean,
what?
he's kind of the in the later scenes that you see him as kind of like the middleman almost. He's kind of
Yes.
like the middleman throughout the film, and he does that
Yeah.
very well. At times he's kind of like generic, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I think it's interesting that they gave him the fear of the ocean because that gives him something even more to conquer about this and all that.
Yeah,
Um, I will agree. That's something actually I always forget about when I rewatch this film is how much Martin Brody is like afraid throughout the movie. Like he's the most scared person most of the time in this movie.
uh huh.
Um, then we have the mayor, who in contrast I absolutely hate. Uh, I don't know what I basically my biggest problem with the mayor, and I'm pretty sure everyone's biggest problem, is how much he worried about keeping the beaches open. It
Yeah,
just bothered me so much.
yeah, and maybe that was supposed to like be a maybe it was supposed to be relevant to society where the people on top only care about a Dane on top, but
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but that's just
yeah, I agree. My
how
other
I've seen
big
him.
thing, I guess, something that I look back on it now, I almost wish he was eaten. Like, I feel like that would have made it would have made a much more interesting or I don't know, it would have given a lot more retribution to the mayor
Well,
at least.
but he learns his lesson at the end,
Yeah,
and he finally gets into them.
yeah, to pace
Yeah,
Quint, who I gotta say, moving on a little bit, Squints is like pretty awesome in my opinion. Um I really like the scene when you first meet him is when he like scratches the chalkboard and says that this is a man.
yeah,
Yeah, and I gotta say, if that's not the most over dramatic thing in
yeah.
this movie, he comes in like he's bearing like this crazy like big news, and he says he can hunt the shark. But he was just so like, it makes you realize how much of a drama queen Squints honestly kind of is.
Uh huh. Then Hayu don't see him until the last half of the
Yeah,
and then the
and
film.
I will I will say it is kind of sad that uh, have I been calling him Squints? Quints.
I think you're thinking of this guy from the
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. I'm pluralizing it. Quint. Quint. That sounds way better. Oh, it is interesting. I mean, it is kind of sad that Quint dies in the end. I would much rather replace that with the mayor. But at the same point, with some of the mistakes and like stupid things that Quint does throughout the movie,
yeah.
I can see it also being deserving.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then you contrast this character with a guy like Hooper, who I also like Hooper.
Yeah, I think I like Cooper out of the main three who go on the boat. I think
Yeah.
he might be the most relate bull because Quint almost never listens to him. Uh, Now that I think about it, I don't. The only thing I don't like about Quint is that I find him as a jerk to um and to Matt Hooper, who is the
Yeah.
marine biologist. I find him as a jerk. I don't.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Dating.
He is kind of a little too mean to Hooper. You do get to see them bond a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah, but
And there isn't much wrong with Hooper. He can be a little know-it-all-y, but at the same time, he's not overbearingly like that.
he is a marine biologist, though.
Yeah. So he literally does know it. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, he's a good. They're both good characters, and I can see. I think I agree with you. I like Hooper better than Quint.
yeah.
Then we have the shark, who we already talked about. The shark. He broke down a lot, but I think the big thing we have to talk about is with, and this is coming from a person. I have personally watched a lot of Shark Week.
Yes.
And Zion finds it annoying how much I've watched Shark Week, but I've watched a lot of Shark Week. And like one of the biggest things you learn from those, at least the newer made documentaries, is that the shark in Jaws is very unrealistic. Sharks do not just go out purposely hunting people. It's usually an accident if they bite something.
Oh, wow.
So that's the only problem with the shark. I still like this movie, even knowing that it's unrealistic.
Well, I think that I don't know. If the shark was just eating people on accident, then I don't think it would be quite as good as the film as it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't carry the same. It wouldn't carry the same tone or like tension of the film as like this shark who is actively out there, like trying to kill. And you really see that activeness during the boat scenes where it's going around and it's purposely like trying to hit through the boat and like screw them up.
Well, this also isn't supposed to be your average generic shark.
Oh yeah.
Supposed to be this way smarter and more intelligent.
Yeah, it's smarter and it's gigantic. I believe I saw something that said the shark is supposed to be like 20 feet long, which is really big for like that as far as the average sharks goes. There are like some ones in real life that get that big, but like it's very rare. But yeah, I think this shark makes a much better villain, you know what I mean, than like a regular shark would, for sure.
Yeah, I would say that.
So I'm gonna add a little bit. We usually do like a sequence of like favorites, like favorite character and favorite scene. But I'm gonna add a different one this time. Which do you think is the best death of the film?
Ooh, best death. Well, I don't know if I can choose because like they're all like out of the three that I remember, they're all like really good, but probably the most emotional one is when the child is the only child that gets eaten. And
oh my gosh, yes.
And one of my favorite scenes is when the mother approaches Chief of OT and like tells and like off as that he knew that there was a shark out there, but they'll let them play in the water, you know.
It's a very emotional one. As far as most gruesome, I would say they kill Quint off, and this is another thing I always forget. they kill Quint off with like a lot of blood. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I think that was intense and all.
Yeah, and
To do that.
it's always one thing that I forget about, and so it's like the most gruesome one definitely goes to that. And honestly, the most deserving one goes to the girl in the beginning.
No, I think, and he may not agree with me on this one, but I think Quint kind of deserves it in a way.
I guess I
I don't
can see
feel
that.
bad that Quint gets eaten. I know that's kind of bad, but I don't feel
Yeah.
like sorry.
He does a lot of things on the Orca. Quint does a lot of things on the Orca that were like sort of stupid and I don't know. He was a little too
Yeah. Plus,
he didn't listen to people well enough.
yeah.
When
He
they're trying
didn't,
to
like,
speed
work
away from
with
the shark.
team. Yeah, he didn't work with the team. Plus, I feel like he's also like lived his life to the most.
Yeah.
So it's a dream. He seemed very old in the film, and so I don't feel as bad as 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 I do when the child gets eaten. That is the most.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The child's the worst one for sure.
Yeah.
The girl in the beginning though was annoying. I'm not saying that means she deserves to die. I'm just saying that.
Annoying.
Oh come on.
She only
Let's
had
go
2
swimming.
lines. She only had like 2 lines.
I know, but those lines were annoying.
I didn't find her annoying.
I found it a little overdone.
What?
Okay.
If she had asked you to go swimming, though, not knowing there's a shark out there, would you say yes?
Probably not.
Like
As
at
I
that
said,
time,
I found her annoying.
Campfire.
Because you and I both know we're not hanging out with anyone like that who like just randomly goes skinny dipping all of a sudden.
Well, okay.
We're also nowhere close to the beach. That's another good point.
Yeah. We were at the beach, and I think initially we did plan, or we did have the mindset that we were going to film this one at the beach, but then that never happened.
Then that did not happen, yeah.
So.
So let's move on to your favorite character, Zion.
Honestly. That girl in the beginning.
Are you serious? You cannot be serious. The girl who asked the guy who's like passed out.
No. I'm changing it. Alright. That was a joke because I knew A would get all upset. Yeah, that thing.
You know me too well.
Is when Matt Hooper and swims and looks at that sunken
yes.
My favorite character is that head that popped out. That was my favorite character.
Wait.
No.
The head that pops out doesn't even have any lines.
Find out. Wait. I'm changing it again because I'm now thinking of more random characters that are introduced. When Matt Hooper approaches those guys and tells them that what they found is a tiger shark. My favorite character is the guy that says a what?
Oh my gosh!
That was such a great line.
A what?
A what? Oh my favorite.
Yes. Oh my. Okay. Okay, I guess at least those last two you gave were reasonable candidates.
The girl in the beginning wasn't a reasonable candidate?
She's not a reasonable candidate. I'm sorry. My favorite character, I think I'm going to go with the youngest son. I can't remember his name. Is it Mike or is Michael the older one or the younger one?
Who's playing in the who's building those sand castles and
Yeah, yeah. I like.
man.
You'll see him like in these random shots. I love the one shot when he like does everything his dad does at the dinner table.
Yeah,
I actually heard that was just them playing around and they decided to add it into the movie.
Yeah, I also heard that as well somehow.
And then like the dad at one point when they're like going out and calling all these people, like there's like this montage of them like making like phone calls and stuff like that, and like the beach is opening up for July 4th. He like stops his dad just to say nothing. He like gets his dad's attention just to say nothing. Yeah. I don't know. I just really liked the really young kid. He was cute.
So my favorite scene in the film is that jump scare when that head pops out from the sunken.
Yes. Yeah. That's a really good scene. I also like the scene on the orca when they're like comparing scars and stuff. And then they start singing, and all of a sudden the shark starts attacking the boat. I like that scene a lot too. But I also agree with you. That's a really great scene. What do you have?
It's a glowing light thing that's also in this box.
You got
American Girls.
For someone who likes Jaws as much as you do, you really sure seem a little bit distracted.
Yeah, Marion is attracted by the things in this box.
Okay, well, while you're rummaging through the things in that box, what's your final like review? What's your rating?
What's my rating of it? I would have to give this. I don't know.
You just don't know?
Maybe 5 out of 5. Curls in the beginning.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with you. Because I was thinking this is like this film is top tier, so I'm gonna say perfect score, 5 out of 5 stars.
This is amateurly approved.
Amateurly approved, and I think this one deserves it. Unlike Cruella, this one definitely deserves it.
Yeah, this one deserves it more than Cruella.
For sure. This has been the Amateur Film Critics review Jaws. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. But follow our Instagram. There's a link in the description. Oh my gosh, you found a new thing. Oh.
Wait, that was the thing I saw earlier. Wait, this attaches to this.
It's all connected, y'all. It's all connected somehow.
Wait, Oink is broken. I don't even know what this is.
I don't know. I recognize those things. My sister had a few of them, but I don't know what they're called either. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment telling us what movie to review next.
Yes. And September is coming, y'all.
That's all we have to say about that. September is coming. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.